This whole Cenat and GiGi situation is fucking crazy, and I'm not even gonna lie to y'all. You see the whiteboard, you see the evidence I'm coming with. I'm gonna give y'all the whole timeline. Sit down, get a bag of chips, and get some fucking water. I know your lips chappy as shit, bro. I'm talking to you right there, bro. Yo, someone here back on another video. For the niggas who have been living under a rock, this whole shit started off on December 27th with Kai posting, "I'm single and I'm not getting into a relationship for the rest of my life." I'm flag on the fucking plate. You're fucking lying, bro. The amount of times where niggas have said that shit, even on social media too, bro, you're lying, bro. We've seen Kai's whole rebranding and revamping, and everyone's blaming GiGi because of the whole breakup. And like, this nigga has gone on some Thorfinn shit, listening to Frank Ocean with the wired earbuds. He's in Paris Fashion Week. And like, you could say like a nigga's really on his single shit, because after me and my one evil ass ex broke up, I was outside, I was back at Carmen's, I was playing basketball with my homeboys. A nigga was really just doing everything, bro. I was starting to write in a journal. I was really on some guys and that shit, bro, before he was doing it, though. Everyone's main question was like, what the fuck was in GiGi's phone? Oh, rumors about her fucking with Youngboy was coming out. Another rumor with Youngboy buying the G-Wagon. It was a whole bunch of shit coming out. But we gonna get to the fucking real ass truth. Just 3 days ago, she dropped a YouTube video like explaining everything and calling out certain people who she just thought like it needs to be brought to the forefront in light, which was Dez, Deshae, Rakai, Clover Boys. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was a whole hour and 30 minutes, so I got my information from other sources, but reliable enough, and I kind of understand most of the whole story for this shit. But I was not watching that whole Lifetime documentary. And like Deshae said, because he made a very good point, which is who we're probably gonna get into first. And with the whole real YouTube video, he brought up this first very interesting point, which I'm like, damn, he was saying a lot of bullshit in his shit and was going for clips. But the whole ads on this part, and like you talking down on your ex's friends and everything.
Your YouTube video, why are you putting more hate and exposing your man if you are trying to make sure your man's always there and in the best state? If you feel like he's depressed or going through all this shit, why are you trying to put this video out? And matter of fact, if this was so real, why the f does your YouTube video got ads? How the fuck I get hit with a ad on your video? How the fuck I get hit with an ad on your video?
Like, only Deshae said something first, bro, because when you brought up Dez in your DMs, I ain't gonna lie, there's only two technical flags on the play. Him liking your story, and him saying he's trying to fuck on you after you and Kai got back together, but he checked his mans about that shit. That shit was kind of crazy, Dez. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. But that's not my business though, bro, because every time when I skip over a Dez saying "you're so epic," Dez, nigga, you're so epic, even from 2021's perspective, nigga, I had no fucking game at that time. What the fuck were you shooting, bro? Wrap that shit up, nigga. You was not good in the hood, bro. Now back to Deshae. He defended his name because of GiGi saying nah, she was trying to fuck with him from when she was 13, 14, and he is 3 or 2 years older. No, 3 years older on some shit. And like, she was just trying to make it out to be like he was a weirdo and everything. And he never met her until 2021, where he was 20 at the time and she was 17.
She tried to make it seem like on her YouTube video that I was like some fucking pedophile, that I met her. Like, GiGi, you are 22 years old. You just turned 22. I just turned 25. Our birthdays in the same month. We are 3 years apart. Even when you were 17 and I was 20 and I just met you, I didn't even meet you or say hi. I just seen you and I told my sister that you look good. That's all I said. That's how far that shit was. She told me your age and she said you're young. That was it. Moving on. Was in my relationship, you know what I'm saying? Broke up with her, did that shit. That shit was whatever. Right? She said I was trying to get with you while she was 13, 14, from 13 to 14. Which, even that's a lie. Even if I was, that means I would be 16, 17. Mind you, that is a crazy ass difference. But I didn't even know who the fuck you were when you were 13 or 14, man.
There was nothing more to that shit besides him asking Brooklyn, oh, what's good with her? She was like, oh, she's 17. And he was like, oh, she's just cute, that's that. And there's no messages, so there's nothing really weird about that shit. When Kai asked Federico on her, and he said, nah, like, don't mess with that shit. That is just a friend looking out for another friend. Because if I ask anyone of my homeboys' opinion on a girl, and he know lore about her beforehand, yes, I'm going to take that information with a grain of salt. Later on in the video where I'm talking about the whole roommate shit, I ain't gonna lie, a nigga low-key got a theory on why Kai believed the whole young boy bullshit. I ain't gonna lie, they've been like talking about young boy this, little baby that, little baby's re-roller, like it's like hella other shit. And I ain't gonna lie, certain niggas do not have the newest and updated information like me though, because I'm delayed as fuck. I fell asleep when I was supposed to record this shit last night. But the next important topic we're talking about is the whole roommate. If you don't know who the roommate slash re-roller slash little baby's assistant is, was someone who was staying in GiGi's apartment at that time based off of Deshay's information. But on GiGi's side, where she was going back and forth with the assistant, she said the young boy DMs was fake as fuck. I almost believed that bullshit until my girl best friend was like, nah nigga, look at how the Instagram shit was set up. And I ain't gonna lie, I was sitting there shit as raise bait. I didn't give a fuck about the DMs, but I was just like, alright bro, let me raise bait this nigga. And this is where the whole roommate shit came about though. Deshay said on stream, nah, you was at a hookah lounge with a nigga blowing blueberry mint while Kai was still taking care of the dog.
Not trying, you was there dealing, smoking hookah with another nigga in your same building while you talking to Kai. You smoking, what the fuck, you blowing blueberry mint on a nigga face and shit, cooking, having a nigga watch your dog while you dead talking to Kai and you get mad at him because he got a thick bitch at 5 a.m. and his shit. Let him have it.
The roommate slash assistant is this nigga named K Rich. He a streamer too. Bro, it was just like academics just basically dropping whole Rico. It was like,
she's talking to Lil Baby's weed roller. The nigga who's washing his drawers, doing all that shit, okay? They say it's a cameraman. I've never seen him with a camera. I've only seen him suck a dick. Feel me? So that's, I gotta keep it a bean. I bet. So, talking to is like, he washing baby's drawers.
She was saying that it's a Lil Baby's cameraman. Never seen that nigga with a camera. I don't be around 4PF, bro. Like, I don't care. That new song he did drop with V's and I think Rilo was really good though. I understand why Kai might have broken up with her with the whole young boy shit. Cause in my opinion, in theory so far, I think because, mind you, she made up that whole lie story or whatever the fuck, but being on the phone with the boy best friend saying to her to like not fuck up some shit. And no matter which way it sounds, it's still bad. Like, what the fuck are we talking about?
What's your story? Tell me your story.
Bro, the story is, having called, you was on the phone, you asked me if she had.
I called, dumbass, because you fuck it up. You fuck it up. You fuck it up. I called. He seen my name in your phone, so I called. You hadn't told me to ask him to call. You're saying he asked you to call.
You know you crossed that line and boundary, but you held yourself accountable and said, yeah, I did that shit. And that shit was dead flawed. But at some point, you still like broke a little bit of that nigga's trust. So you can't even say you're not really a cheater. You setting up certain plays that gives off that personality, and that shit is not cool to like your partner or that person either, because you playing double sides. K Rich said he's Kai's man. If you
Cause you know, Kai my mans, you feel me? Kai my mans, bro. Like, so I had no ill intentions. Like, me and her being cool, like, it was no ill intentions. Like, nothing like that. So now I'm like, damn, bro, you trying to...
You know that shit is going on, and y'all both getting played, bro. Like, I get it playing your role, but like, I'm sorry, bro. Gift or not, bro, I'm finna tell that nigga like what it is, bro. And that's why Ty Little told it to like Kai what it was, bro. And he said he tried to pitch it with you so you could be there, but you ain't show face, I guess. I ain't gonna lie, bro. The only thing the assistant Real Deal did cook with was the fucking video, bro. Because like, I ain't gonna lie, bro. The only thing the assistant Real Deal did cook with was the fucking video, bro. Because like, I just got a question on like the screenshots and everything, bro. Because that shit was bullshit, bro. You went 1 for 2 for the field, bro. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you need to work on that accuracy. Like GiGi said, your assistant, do your job right, my nigga. Like, I ain't gonna lie, you was not fucking cooking, but you did make her admit that she was playing around. That's why I said I think when Bree showed Kai the messages and everything like that, and GiGi was saying, nah, that was my partner and everything, you still went to the hookah lounge with another nigga while this nigga was watching and bathing your dog. Like, what the fuck? I'll be hot as fuck. Like, I'll be on my toes too about that shit. Would I cheat like how Kai did? Fuck no. But that nigga does have that dog in him because he got that get back, nigga. Like, and you, like you said, you called it even. So don't be hot when a nigga like seeing some other shit of you. You buy this nigga's little baby's assistant. So of course I'm gonna be a little bit more on the edge of my seats, wondering if you fucked. YB? I'm gonna draw a map for you niggas, bro. If she's smoking hookah with this nigga and everything, why I think I have my spot secured and I'm bathing her dog. I've done that for my ex too. Why the fuck would I want to look like a dummy and I'm taking care of you and me shit and everything for you to be smoking hookah with this nigga, and then a couple months later, well technically a year later and some change, you now DMs leaking with you with this nigga, and I like this nigga's music. I look like a mans. I look like a fucking loser. And my man's already told me about what the fuck you be doing. I already got the pre-existing knowledge from the shade telling me that, nah, you was saying this, that, and third about me, if it's true or not. You was talking bad about me in the back of his mama's car and everything. I'm not saying GiGi's a bad person because they did keep their private life private and what they made public. They had a good dynamic, but that shit is still not my business at the end of the day, and I'm not a parasocial ass nigga. I don't give a fuck about their relationship. I have a life, nigga. I have a job too. Go get one, bitch. And I don't know why he slapped the fuck out of academics, bro. But this whole shit is like getting like a deeper and deeper spiral because YoungBoy's team actually reached out to academics saying, nah, I don't fuck with all this shit going on, and why is my name being associated with this shit? And to the point where YoungBoy thinks Kai's team planted this shit. I don't even know how YoungBoy got brought up into this shit, bro. Like, that's the craziest part, bro. It's just out of the cut niggas saying, oh, YoungBoy bought the G-Wagon. YoungBoy doing this and that with her. I'm like, what the fuck? And like the part that made it worse is just like on the whole rebranding side at that time, this nigga's listening to like different music he never listened to. So like it just added more fuel to the fire and shit. I'm just like, Speed, why you trying not to laugh, bro? Like, it's dead funny, but it's not, bro. And I ain't gonna lie, bro, when you started doing the Kai's mind shit, bro, I just said I'm locked in, bro. Homeboy's gonna send to the group chat, oh, this nigga dick riding. I'm locked in on 2026, bro. Chill on the delayed on YouTube videos, bro, especially this one. But this shit coming out today, though, and like, y'all getting all the facts, though. But last but not least, we're talking about the academics / Lil beef. I put it in quotation marks because it's not really like that shit though. But academics explained the whole, like, this all three of these niggas tied in. That's why I kind of made it on some to say shit 5, 6, 6, 7. So with the whole academic situation, he went on stream, started crashing out saying like Lil Baby's label paid me money to like the last album, all this shit. Was crashing out on K Rich, everything like that, saying nah, cause of what the fuck you did. I'm coming after Lil Baby's head. He wishes bad on Lil Baby and Ty Lil. He said Ty Lil basically backdoored this nigga. He said he was on the phone with 3 other niggas or 2 other niggas having like a call talking about how Ty Lil a backdoor demon and everything like that. And like I said, Ty Lil doesn't give off that type of vibe and everything like that. And I don't know these niggas based off of the face they push and post. It doesn't give off of that shit. And literally last month where he was in that bullshit with Jorleen Paul, he showed evidence right where that nigga was not doing some backdoor shit, and like it showed that this nigga is like basically an honest person, bro. Like it don't give off that shit. And with GiGi also saying like, oh, what the fuck them boys did for Kai, I ain't gonna lie, them niggas do their own light, bro. I guess with the gift parts, I don't know, bro. To me, if a nigga has everything he wants, bro, what more? And mind you, like we're the underlings. What the fuck am I getting this nigga for real, bro? Like dead ass, bro. Cause you tried that nigga with the books part thing. You see how that nigga like to read. Really, nigga? And a journal? He already has a fucking journal with the fucking fashion shit. And he been had that shit. You kind of contradicted yourself with that one, fam. I don't know, bro. She lost the plot to me in that part. But actually, back to like the important shit. Academics was saying he got slapped by the roommate / K Rich and everything like that. So that's what caused beef between Ty Little and Academics. Academics say he called Ty Little like 15 to 17 times. Academics say I called Ty Little 15 times and he got my number. It don't fucking matter. But a good amount of times and the nigga didn't pick up. The Academics pull up the phone log to prove this shit because we don't know when this situation happened. Fuck no. could have had the screenshots too if this shit like was like as bad as you see. Cause like I ain't gonna lie, I have my evidence when shit go down because I ain't going out like that. That's why he said he's coming after Ty Little, K Rich, Lil Baby, and he want their head because of this whole situation where K Rich slapped Academics, and then Academics was calling Ty Little because that's Cenat mans and the nigga who got through all of his security for this nigga to get slapped by this nigga. Class is over. Wrap this shit the fuck up. Basically, in my opinion, I don't even think GiGi like really popped her big one as girls are trying to make it seem, in my opinion, because Deshae didn't even like her for real. He was using her for content, and like I ain't gonna lie, like clearly, bro, like how niggas saying, bro, that's just Deshae, bro. It's not even on some L man shit. It's just Deshae. Des, yeah, check that nigga because that's bad fucking works. Rakai, she said she's not gonna speak on the kid, but like that nigga needs to go back to Syracuse. That part ain't make no sense. Yes, Rakai did spaz back and get me to buy his team, but we kind of did see that one coming. NW team for like saving that nigga.
GiGi said, nigga, if I would tell Rakai mom what he be doing, damn sure he be go back to Syracuse. Bitch.
Because he is a little ass kid. But like, bro, the most you gotta do is check that nigga on is the vaping, and like he's a badass little kid. But like, nigga, that's seeing like Riley Freeman do fucking streaming in like 4K, bro, and that's good enough for me. It's funny as fuck. And like, he has his moments when he knows he needs to act mature and he's growing, bro. He might have a Speed type of rebrand, but he's not crashing out as Speed like was when he was a kid. There's levels to this shit. I hope the best for GiGi as she goes on with life. Cenat living his better life and is on a new element. And yeah, man, that's pretty much the end of the video. If you got to the end of it, like, comment, subscribe. I promise you, I have new shit coming on the way where I'm sitting on this couch talking about shit because I'm done playing around. I'm done procrastinating. 2026 is my year, bro. It's takeover, bro. I'm trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, bro. Almost there. No, God got me. I know God got y'all. And God bless y'all. Have a great day.
Leon get the bitches, but if you know that's Kyle.